Now, I don't know if you all know this, or noticed even. There is a very, very tiny extra spinning crash on today's BRB stream. And this is because I'm an idiot, and I was trying to clean up a few things here in OBS, and then suddenly, like, I noticed that one of the sources was still pulling from an old video that I had, a short one, but still an MP4 that has a large file size. And I'm like, I don't know if that actually affects things, but I'm going to pretend it does. Let me click on the first GIF I see, and there's a small crash spinning. And I thought that was hidden, but it is in fact not. Let's see if I can't find that source again and maybe shut it down, because yeah, as much as we love the Speen virus being everywhere, it's a little bit of an eyesore. You know, you can't even read who tweeted this awesome tweet of what I can only assume to be a Mega Man 3 play, which I would pay some money to go see, even if it was somebody's high school performance. That's fun. How could I not want to go see that? Alright, there we go. Little mini Crash is gone. Sorry, Crash Mini, but you're not long for this world. In throwing together today's stream before we got started here, I was like, oh no, I can't just leave them on the menu music for Kirby's Dreamland. That's far too repetitive. Not thinking about the fact I've subjected you all to Mega Man powered up music, and the stage select theme there. So I was like, whoa, what good Kirby game could I actually put on? Be like, oh, I could do Kirby's Dreamland, I could do, or I'm sorry, not Kirby's Dreamland, I could do Kirby's Adventure, but I might do that stream on its own one day. I could do Modern Kirby, but that's not really the vibe we're going for. And then I actually said, you know what, fuck it, actually. I'm gonna violate both of those rules and pick up, Kirby's Dreamland, yeah, or Kirby's Air Ride OST, because Kirby's Air Ride OST is really, really good. I kind of forget how good it is, and also it's one of the few Kirby games that have an OST that's not very Kirby coded, if that makes sense. It doesn't sound very dinky-dee, it's just actually really good atmospheric music. It was when Nintendo was kind of just starting to be actually, you know what, we're gonna have the coolest soundtracks possible for our A-list games, our top IPs. They're just going to be really well composed, any genre of music, and you're all going to like it. And we did. We loved it. Good afternoon, Dakota. Yes, good evening. It's certainly not afternoon where I am, but glad you still have some daylight. You set your game in Senran Kagura, shoot for every difficulty. Oh, congratulations. Best of luck with that endeavor. Air Ride OST is a little more Brawl coded than Kirby coded. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. It's no coincidence that they're only a couple years separated from each other. They are, it's very appropriate for that. And I love Brawl's OST as a result. Just, it's a nice, it's finally okay, Nintendo's we had the hardware that allows us to do any arrangement that we want now. We are no longer limited by actually coding, given waves on a console. We can just basically record any MP4s we like, so screw it. Full orchestrations, bring on the band. And man, they delivered. I think this is between Frozen Hillside and Checker Nights. It's probably my favorite of the music within Kirby's Air Ride. Yeah, even City Trials got some good stuff, but the actual stages in the Air Ride itself are really phenomenal. Every Smash is a good OST. True. I mean, how could you not when you're incorporating literally everything from all the IPs that you're putting together? Let's see. This game is rough around the edges, but it's your trash, deserves love and attention. Yeah, exactly. I know that feeling. I play all the Mega Man games, even the ones that ain't no good. All right, let's see here. We could probably get things started. Let me... Alright. You're gonna get a black screen jump scare for a second and no music, so... Oh wait, no, you still get music, right, because I have my comically small second screen, there. In fact, I'm just going to make that a little bit larger for later. Actually, no, I shouldn't do that because I would need to do that when it's full screen. We will be watching the advertisement later for the advertisement later that I used for the thumbnail today because oh my goodness. I was contemplating like, what should I make my thumbnail for the Kirby stream? Because I have to incorporate 2 video game thumbnails in one, don't I? And I was thinking that, but then like I happened to stumble across like, you know, that there was an ad for Kirby Spinball that made Kirby look like that. And I'm like, well, no, that's the thumbnail now. It's there's no way that's not the thumbnail. So I think after we get done with Kirby's Dreamland, then I will show off the funny advertisement because it is technically an ad for Kirby's Pinball Land. So it's not quite yet timely to show off, so we could do that later. Love the OG Kirby's Dreamland. Dreamland 2 is a top tier from you, though. You know, I've never actually... I started my Kirby gaming with Kirby's Dreamland 3 and Kirby 64, actually. So I've never actually played the first 2 Dreamlands. I've seen the first Dreamland, a full playthrough of it, both the normal and extra modes. I've never actually seen anything from Kirby's Dreamland 2 as far as my knowledge goes, which is a pretty rare thing for this channel. The only last time I've seen absolutely nothing from a game is Freedom Planet 2, which I know that's recent, so it doesn't feel like it's rare, but given that that's basically anything on this channel that's like, you know, not a fan game, yeah, that's kind of saying something. You don't think you're getting audio? Uh-oh. Did I? Oh yeah, I have it muted. My bad. There we go. Good catch. I had to mute it because otherwise it was going to be a cacophony of sounds overlapping for a minute there. Let's see. Catch up on things before I get started. The gaming. Speaking of Mega Man, decided to see what Proto's talking about. Started playing the open season GBA game. It's a Mega Man game, kinda. Yeah, I'll be interested in trying that at some point, even just at my off time. It would be funny just to see. Kirby, once known as Popopo. Was that true? I remember. I guess could have been like a thing before La 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 and Lololo. Could be a. Anyways, Kirby's Dreamland 2 would be a fun if annoying game for you, Lo. I mean, Kirby's Dreamland 3 was exactly how I would describe that game. That game is fun but annoying because, oh my god, is it just like. Oh my god, does that game hate you with its mission structure? Seriously. Like, some of the missions in that game are just absolutely sadistic. Okay, so today we are using, not using BizHawk today, because for some reason, the game just did not work on BizHawk, so now we're on, VBA instead. So we're gonna have maybe a little bit of weirdness with the screen size going in and out, because gaming, so... If you notice a little bar on the bottom of the screen, that's because I've accidentally moused over the game, and the thing came up on top. I probably could have looked for a different emulator, one that functioned a little bit better, but I just went with what I knew. So here we are on VBA, commonly complained as very bad emulator, so... Oh well, take up your complaints with the person who actually knows anything about games, or emulation, and cares about accuracy. Kirby being named after Nintendo's lawyer, that is true. It is a fun fact. I think it is, in fact, very fun. Oh shit, that reminds me, I need to, speaking of not fun, actually, I need to make sure that my, controller is actually the right setup. Oh, cool! All of my buttons are no longer assigned. Why did that happen? Alright, let me reassign my buttons real quick. Okay, off to a good fucking start here today. Thankfully there's not too much to assign. I had to make 2 profiles today because, as we'll experience, Kirby's Pinball Land has one of the most fucked up control schemes I've ever seen. I'll rant about it more when we actually get to the game, but let's actually get towards this game. So yay, greens. Very not green of this greens. What? That's oh wait, hold on. It's probably still using the wrong Yeah, it's still using the wrong controller configuration. I'd use this one as default, and it deleted my controls again. Hello? Why did it do that? God. Jank. Input, configure, select, start. Clear that. A, B, L, R. Use this one as default. Okay. Should work now, right? Right? Oh, now it's not unpausing. Son of a bitch. Tested this out specifically so this wouldn't happen, and now here we are. Tools. Input. God damn it. Why is it unbinding everything as soon as I bind it? It's probably okay, you know what? It's probably because I have the secondary setup with all the buttons on there, and that's messing with things. So hold on, one more moment. I'm taking a picture so that way I can rebind things later. Cause oh my god, Kirby's Pinball has such a terrible setup that like I legitimately had to make my own setup for that. So I have to kind of make sure everything is ready for that, and I have it in my memory. Okay, is this working? Are we functional now? Okay, hell yeah, we're online. Good. God, that took forever. Okay, sweet. Now let me click off the screen, and we can get going. Yay, VBA, fun. Anyways, we are Kirby. Kirby's got like a few buttons. This game is actually so simple. Like, I didn't realize it was this simple. I have a jump button, but it's not a button I can actually press again to like hover like I would in any other Kirby game. And then if I want to hover, I actually have to hold up on the control stick. It's very strange when you're only used to like Kirby Superstar controls. Well, I haven't gotten hurt yet, so I don't need to pick those up. Let's see. Fog, welcome score bar. Found VBA to mostly be fine from your own experience. To be fair, you never tried playing anything on it with a controller. Yeah, I mean, okay, so it never had problems with me before. It was literally just because I had to set up a second control scheme for Kirby's Pinball, and I think that it was just kind of taking that over. Like, it wouldn't let me, I guess, bind the same button to multiple different control schemas, because I guess they're technically set up as like player 1 and player 2 buttons. So it would be like, well, no, player 2 and player 1 can't share buttons. That wouldn't make any sense. It's like, well, okay, but I'm using them so that way I don't have to deal with the fact that Kirby's Pinball uses the left and A as your flippers. Sorry, I just noticed something on my phone. I had to pause there. Kirby's Pinball uses left and A as flippers, and like up and B as tilt, which kind of makes more sense on an actual Game Boy, because like that's the leftmost and rightmost buttons for like the flippers, and then the other stuff for the tilting and what have you. But like it still doesn't actually make any sense. It's like really trying to justify something that doesn't work. Like A and B would have just been much better for flipping, in my opinion, if I was looking at an actual Game Boy. Let's see. Gonna play Extra Mode today, too. That's the goal for today. I did hear that Extra Mode and Normal Mode really are not going to take that long, especially for somebody who's actually familiar with Kirby, such as myself. So I do believe we should be able to actually breeze through Normal Mode, Extra Mode, and Kirby's Pinball Land all in one stream. I'm pretty sure I can do all of that within at very least 3 hours, if not 2. You have an always fucking something story? Let's see. Cleaning the end of the shift on Saturday. This board that's like 20 pounds. Never seen... Ow. Never seen move. Fell off the pizza station and crashed into the floor. Awesome. The music sounds off? It sounds pretty normal to me. Like, I mean, it's obviously kind of got that Game Boy compression. Hold on. I could take a look at on my phone real quick to see if it's a problem. Let me pause at my next opportunity. Poor Kirby goes into the drink. Yeah, let me pause here for a second. I will review. I'm gonna mute for a moment. Green sounded very weird. Actually, instead of just pausing and leaving you all with nothing, let me... Alright, well, that wasn't my intent, but I will go to the BRB screen, and I will mute for a moment, so just a second. Wrong text on screen. Yeah, no, I also listened back. That's just how the Game Boy sounds. It is not, your stereo TV set is working completely fine. It is just the fact that, Kirby's Dreamland sounds like this. That, or maybe, you know, Visual Boy Advance is doing something weird with the music it shouldn't, but I'm pretty sure it just kind of sounds like this. Hey, I just swallowed a microphone. That doesn't, well, it doesn't seem like I can go back to the door. Well, seems like I missed an opportunity to use a fun Kirby ability. Anyways, I guess for those who don't quite know about this game, there are no copy abilities in this game. Kirby just eats things, and he can inhale, he can exhale, and he can blow out a puff of air. That's really all he's got going for him. He has no other attacks. He doesn't even have like a slide to like kick enemies with. So you're really kind of bare bonesing things here, and the very unrefined Kirby controls definitely kind of makes the experience more difficult. I know it's weird. It's kind of like a given to describe a Kirby game as feeling floaty, but Kirby in this game especially feels floaty. Like, he almost has this sense of momentum to him that just doesn't quite vibe with what one might be used to for Kirby controls. So I'm probably going to get flummoxed a few times throughout the course of this. Also notably is that Kirby doesn't even have any underwater attacks. He just kind of moves up and down and floats a little bit. So Dreamland 1, your own VBA music sounds very different. Either your audio settings are different or your GB games are set to boot up via other hardware. Huh. Yeah, different emulated system. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm not particularly interested in fixing that right now or adjusting it. I guess you just get to hear a slightly different version of the soundtrack then. One that's like slightly fucked up and wrong. Anyways, very useful invincibility. I don't think I even killed one thing by wandering into it with invincibility, so. See, I actually wouldn't consider Mega Man 8's underwater controls to be all that bad. The swimming is a little bit, you know, awkward to get used to, but if you ever played, like, Super Mario World, like, it's basically the same control scheme. You just need to hold, like, you know... Well, actually, no, you don't even have the ability to adjust your height for swimming. You just have to press it at the right time. But yeah, no, definitely Kirby does control very weirdly in this game. It's unconventional for someone used to everything else. Oh, the Alex Kidd. Yes, that, Who was Alex Kidd again? That was a Sega, rep, wasn't it? Before they, like, settled on Sonic as, like, their representative, right? Also, we get our spicy curry, because, one, this is a really, okay, well, it's over now, but this is a really fun, I love that track and how it comes back in many of the future Kirby games. It's just a really good track for, just a simple power-up. Spicy curry, yeah, Kirby's breathing fire, give him a jamming little theme song for it. But yeah, Kirby does have a few abilities in the game. He just gets little extra power-ups, and that's basically it. Ow. I think the Gordo just took half of my health wandering into him. Holy shit. I guess I should be more careful. Where the Castle Lolo is removed from the remakes of this game. I guess it does kind of feel a little bit wandery in design, all things considered, but I don't know. Feels okay to me. There we go. Your bosses stand no chance against me. I've already played Kirby Superstar. I know all of their patterns, and then some. At least they reused this music for Dynablade. Yeah, true. It does actually work good there. It's a little bit of a cramped stage, and like I think the mask enemies were maybe a little bit of a pain in the ass to deal with without getting hurt yourself, but I don't know. I've played worse. Knowing their patterns, chuckling. What, do you have the Chaos Emeralds or something? Alright, microphone reset once more. That's something I'm actually going to do over my break, is that I'm going to download Vtube Mini and just... Maybe I don't intend to use it, but I do want to actually give it a shot of like, okay, if this is having the mouth desync errors, and almost everybody else in the world, including like Bear, has said there are no desync errors in that program, then there's still errors, then I'm having a different kind of issue. Something that's transcending individual software and is turning more into like, nope, something's fucked with your Windows settings, fix them. I feel like I'm not using the microphone ability correctly. That's the second time I've just eaten the mic. You use Vtube Mini as well? Alright, cool. I guess you haven't had issues with it, so there you go. Ah! Got me. See, speaking of all this eating that Kirby is doing, I have unfortunate news about myself. I weighed myself today, and now I'm back at 200 pounds again, which, man, that does not feel good to have basically gone ahead and undone all the progress I made on going under 200 pounds, like well under. I was at 190 for a while, and now within the last year I've managed to regain all that weight. So I'm going to have to actually really start trying again, because oh my god, I don't like this. Like, I'm not like horribly unhealthy, but man, being at 200 does not feel good to me. It feels psychologically bad. So I've just been, I guess, you know, investing a little bit too much into my food as a means of coping with stress this year, so I need to go back and actually be disciplined about it. You ate a whole-ass pizza today as primer for the Eat game? Oh, sweet. What kind of pizza? Hope it was a good one. I had a bunch of, like, pancakes at work today, because it was, like, it was like a, you know, a meeting day for us, of the office-wide meeting, and, our boss cooked pancakes from, like, you know, typical box stuff, but still, it was good. It was like chocolate, she put in chocolate chips and, like, cranberries in, given pancakes, so. And there were plenty of extras to go around, so I had that for both breakfast and lunch. Or a Red Baron pizza. Okay, gotcha. Almost time for your favorite boss. Oh, yeah, oh boy, here we go. I think if I have a favorite, just general Kirby boss, I kind of really like Wham Bam Diamond. I don't know, I just really like his design, and I think the diamond hands looks cool as fuck. So I think that's really good. Oh, okay. I don't remember there being a lemon power-up. Oh shit, it's Kabula. Original Kabula. Yeah, original Kabula is also pretty cool, honestly. I mean, it's no Kabula EX from Superstar Ultra, but nothing quite is. There we go. The mini leaf slash yam. Okay. I'm guessing it's probably a I don't know, which would make sense, a mint leaf or a yam? Wham Bam Jewel. Oh yeah, Computer Virus is also really good too. I mean, Kirby Superstar has really some of the best designed, the best concepts for bosses I've really ever seen. Plus, it's also the game that gave us, you know, Galactonite and, you know, also various, well, Superstar Ultra gave us Galactonite and various forms of marks. So, like, also gets huge ups for that. I kind of enjoy Magolor. Magolor feels like a little bit of a simple creation, all things considered, but like his you know, his evil form is certainly a fun sight to behold. I feel like there's probably another boss from like Return to Dreamland that I was like, oh, this is actually super sick, but I just don't remember it right now because I haven't played that game in probably well over 5 years, if not more. Hey Proto, gotta do the dishes. Good luck fighting DeDeDe. You know, thanks. I guess I'll take it. I think I'll need a little bit of luck. I was about to be like, no, I don't need luck. I've got skill. But then I'm like, actually, I'm wandering into fucking waddle-doos and getting hit by like Sir Kibble attacks. So that's not the best endorsement of my skill. Oh god, Bronto Bird's actually charging this game? Crazy. Wham Bam Rock questionably racist. Yeah, you know, Nintendo, something Japan, something the 90s. Robot boss from 64. Yeah, that thing was a pain in the ass to fight. I have negative experiences with it just because of how long it, like, takes to take down, and then how difficult it was also as a kid just to beat that thing. But I guess it is a pretty cool boss if I'm, you know, not being salty about it. Hooray, a secret. Alright, well, hopefully I can get through this without dying and maybe get some tasty health ups for it, for my efforts. Yes, there we go, the Maxim tomato. It is shit. Is the shit, in fact. Hey, Kracko Jr. I know that you and your dad have this whole vulnerability of not being able to see the left corner of the screen. I fully intend to cash in on that fact. I think if we're talking Kirby 64 bosses, though, I really do like the incarnation of Wispy Woods in that game. I mean, just the fact he actually gets angry at you and does something it's great, and just to finally have this this pushover of a tree chasing after your ass after harassing it for years and years in games and games, it's really entertaining. Okay, no floor below me. Oh, maybe there is some floor below me. Okay. So this is a good time to test. How much damage does Gordo do? Oh, it really does do half of my health. Wow. Okay. I thought I might have just been, like, stupid earlier and miscounted something. No, a Gordo does that much damage in this game. Fuck. Alright, something to look out for, then. Ow. No, I didn't want... whatever. The downsides of having to actually press up in order to, hover in this game. How much fire breath I got left? Not much. Okay. First time you played this game, surprised to see Scarfies, thought they were a Superstar Edition. Yeah, it's kind of surprising how many Kirby enemies end up being, like, actually, you know, this, or, like, OG. Like, you get so many Kirby characters that originate in the first game and stick around afterwards. Usually games kind of end up ignoring characters from like the first couple of installments. Just because, like, I don't know, they end up finding new ideas that they enjoy a little bit more. But nope, not with Kirby. Kirby gets to stick around. Got some tea, what'd you miss? Just me face planting into a couple things. But hey, you're here in time for Kracko, so... Something that, yeah, Capcom would steal for the Wily Wars version of the Yellow Devil. Crazy, huh? Oh, Kracko. Kracko is very funny to me. It's like, he's definitely a very iconic boss of the Kirby series, but is also, like, one of the least intimidating bosses. Like, I'm always happy to see him, but I'm never actually, like, threatened to see him. I never think he's actually that tough of a boss. Although, I don't know. The Kracko in, the Revenge of the King in Superstar Ultra, Kracko Jr. really put up a fight, that version of Kracko Jr. So I'll give that version of Kracko some credit. That thing was going fucking crazy mode all the time. Super fast. Yeah, Wispy Woods but Cloud, essentially. Alright, time to face off against King DeDeDe already. Man, Kirby's Dreamland really is a short game. I mean, I know it is basically just... I mean, I've seen its length before, right? Because I've played Superstar Ultra. I know that Spring Breeze is not exactly a long campaign, but still. Alright, go to the Kukula area first. Fuck it, why not? We'll do whatever order I feel like. Although that is true, the boss rush does actually give, there is a little bit more time this game spends because of it. Hello, fake Kirby. Would you like to, do something for me? Maybe get rid of the Gordo? Oh no, I just have to touch the fake Kirby, okay. It's really an analogy about the prison of one's own mind. If Kirby can just get in touch with his inner self, then the Gordo blocking his path will, get out of the way and he'll be able to advance in life. This has been Philosophy with your pink puffball. Ouch. Alright, well, 2 hits, not too bad. Next, let's go take out Wispy Woods. Just like to clear up the top floor. Yeah, no, this is actually nice to finally be revisiting Kirby again. Kirby was definitely one of my favorite series. I've mentioned it before, but Kirby was my second favorite IP for a while. Right behind Mega Man. It might still be. I don't really have a whole lot of, like, other full IPs that I'm, like, you know, all in on. But Kirby is certainly one of them. I do love me some Kirby. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I pretty much started Kirby with Dreamland 3, and Dreamland 3, Superstar Ultra, and Kirby Air Ride. Those were some of my first Kirby games. Oh yeah, and Kirby 64. Which, all things I do need to, like, I need to play all of them on stream at some point. Especially just hearing the Kirby's Air Ride music again, I'm like, ooh, I would actually really like to play that now. A game that does kind of extremely piss me off, but a game that is also so sick that you kind of end up forgiving it for being a little bullshit sometimes. Wow, this was a short level for Castle Lololo, holy crap. Kind of would be nice if the Mega Man games could incorporate minis challenges into the boss rush, at least the games with the whole stage is only the boss rush. Yeah, that could be alright. It'd be kind of fun. It'd be kind of like, what is it? What am I thinking of in that aspect? Kind of like the, Game Boy 3, except or is it Game Boy 4? I think it's Game Boy 3, where, you have to actually play through a whole stage in order to fight the boss. Ouch. Or maybe it's Game Boy 2. I don't know. One of the Mega Man Game Boy games does give you a whole stage to play through before you fight the boss, but maybe instead of whole stages, like, yeah, half stages would be good. Got sniped. No, that was just that was just wandering into fucking low because bad at control scheme. I think Mega Man again does that in place of a boss rush altogether. I see. Kirby can't even like dash to get speed in this game. It's kind of sad for bro. It's all about getting the perfect line on the enemies in this game. Oh, both of them are down to one hit. Explosion 1 and Explosion 2. Alright, and now finally time for Kracko again. Whee! I said whee! There we go. I wonder why they Sakurai really found it necessary to have like the fake Kirby as something you need to like touch in order to like free up the door. It doesn't do anything in any situation. It's just there for some reason. Ah, damn it. He baited me. 2 Kirby's collided causes a mass extinction of all enemies. Yeah, it's truly the particle and the anti-particle colliding. The Kirby and the anti-Kirby. King DeDeDe's sacred text told of one day that the fact that there would be an anti-Kirby. Okay, Kracko is actually kind of juking me this time around. He's putting up a good fight. There we go. Not good enough, though. Sirica needs to come back? Who's Sirica? Considering later lore, it might actually hold some credence, there being an anti-Kirby. What lore is that? Are we talking just about, like, kind of how there's a Meta Knight, or that there's other Kirbys, or, like... I guess there is... I mean, there's the negative Kirby in Amazing Mirror. If you want to consider that an anti-Kirby. Ouch. He's only got a few attacks, but the ones I do need to look out for. Considering I don't have very much movement. Void Termina? Okay. I don't, I've heard that name before. I have not actually, played whatever game that's from. Alright, DeDeDe, could you, like, do a thing that, like, makes stars? Thank you. I wonder what the I wonder what the thought concept was. Be like, yeah, you know what Kirby's big enemy, who also has an inhale ability needs to be a big old penguin in a big old castle, and he's also got a big old hammer that he likes to clobber that there Kirby with. It's a very interesting choice of antagonist. Kirby, come on now. I was holding left and right there. White hair gal, the kick-ass multi-tool, hates Meta Knight. Believing you betrayed her mother? Okay, I don't remember that. Star allies. Okay, that would be where Void Terminal would be from. Yeah, given I don't have a Switch, I have not explored many modern titles, including modern Kirby. The last Kirby game I played was Return to Dreamland for the Wii. Live for about 45 minutes. Can't wait to see how long extra takes. To be fair, I think the first 20 of those minutes was a combination of yapping and also technical issues, so extra mode probably shouldn't be that bad. So Ali's least favorite one you've beaten? Too much kind of fan service? Or was it kind of like trying to nostalgia bait, basically? Was there too much just kind of like callback shit? Not enough like new stuff to kind of keep it fresh? Actually, I don't know. Maybe I did actually play a little bit of Star Allies. Thinking about it, I did play a Kirby game with my ex once for a substantial period of time. I don't remember what that was, though. It might have been Star Allies, actually. It was on the Switch, so that might have actually been in it. If it was that, it was a little bit lacking in substance, but... Actually, no, it was the one with Kirby. Was Star Allies the one with Kirby? I don't think that was the one with Kirby. The game was fun, but it wasn't like, I don't know. I'd have to play it again and actually like have my own time with it to determine anything. Forgotten Land, there you go. Yay, that's normal mode done. Now we have to wait so we can get into extra mode. Yeah, I guess Forgotten Land actually was good playing it. I don't know. I don't remember. I played enough of it, but it kind of got lost in a blur. I think a lot of the overworld map stuff was kind of neat, but also a little bit like, why is there so much weird hidden shit on the map that, like, is also required to, like, get things done? There's something about the map that I was, like, not super enthused about, but... Yeah, I Forgotten Land would be good to actually go and play the whole thing with. At the very least, you know, adding the whole mouthful thing was, like, a new thing for Kirby. I think that was probably cool. Kirby's Dreamland is presented by HAL Laboratory Inc. and Nintendo. Thank you for playing. Kirby goes and delivers all the food to all of Dreamland and accidentally drops a castle on top of somebody's head. Hooray! All of a sudden, everybody loves Kirby. Bye-bye. Do I press a button here? I do. Okay. Press up, A, and select on the title screen to start a new adventure. Good luck. Alright, we'll let DeDeDe gather himself again. Oh no, he's just gonna stand there in stunned silence. Oh, wait, no, he's collected himself. Picked his jaw up the floor. Now he's angry. He's doing the Hamtaro Blashty emote. He's being mad. Okay, press up A and select on the start screen to start a new adventure. And I have to restart the game because it's one of those old games that doesn't actually return to the title screen. Okay. Let us close and then open. Okay. Alright, so it was up, select, and A. Extra game. There we go. Yeah, Wile E. Coyote a little bit. It could have used him running into like a painted fence. Or a painted wall, you know, to really sell it. I think this game existing would eventually lead to Mario and Sonic crossing over to beat the shit out of each other. How did that happen? Is there lore about the development of Sonic that I'm not aware of? Because the last thing I was aware of was like, you know, Sonic being developed as a result of, well, you gotta beat Super Mario Bros. 1-1 every time you play the game. So let's do it quickly. Or is it just a matter of the fact that Sakurai made the game and then was able to make Smash because he stuck around? There we go. Yeah, you gotta explain Smash. Now the music sounds normal. I think y'all are just tripping. Like, the music sounds about the same to me. I guess maybe it is a little bit higher pitched now. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't listening that closely. Important question. Yeah? Ow, fucking Poppy Brothers Jr. has moves this time around. Okay. Kirby. You were supposed to go up that time. Okay, now is the safest time. Do this. Jump and exhale. There we go. I do find the reskin Bronto Berts look kinda strange to me. They I don't like their big frowny faces. They kind of look like a cartoon dog. That's they kind of look like Droopy, but in like I don't know, an offensive way. Also, just like they're disturbing with those like the giant like sad lip it's got going on. I don't like it. Yeah, new Bronto Bert's looking a little Oil Man for my taste, except what if Oil Man had like a really big underbite? How much money would it take me to do the hard mode of this game? Extra mode with 1 HP can be done in vanilla. Well, not necessarily money. I just didn't know there was an option to do that. I think it probably would maybe need to be its own thing, its own stream. Or, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I could get stuff done quickly, but given we also have Kirby's Pinball Land on the roster for today, I don't want to cram too much into one stream. I tend not to be a fan of one-hit death kind of games, though. It tends just not to really be my thing. Like, I like the ability to have a little bit of leeway in fucking up. The only exception I've currently made so far is the fact that I kind of enjoy challenging myself to S rank, you know, Mega Man Zero. But if that wasn't just challenging myself, then it would be a terrible game. Also, oh right, Wispy Woods is like Gordo Central now. This is actually gonna be trouble. With this control scheme, and how unresponsive it is, ugh. That. Okay, yep, and that got dropped on me. And that got hit. Alright. Off to a... Going great. There we go. Very acquainted with, as of late, with the Good Christian Boy achievement in Faith. Yeah, I saw you were playing a little bit of Faith last night. If I wasn't, you know, looking to maybe retire a bit earlier, I would have maybe popped in for that, but Faith, good game. Okay, how do I use the damn microphone? Okay, well, that's obviously not it. I guess maybe I was supposed to try to exhale it. It's not clear. Alright, what's up here? Health, ghosts, turn around, Kirby. Look at the ghosts. Alright, whatever, just get out of here, Kirby. Bombs? Garcia decided to sit right in front of one of the throw spawns, cost me the run. Yeah, Grim being a full completionist like that does kind of bite him in the ass sometimes. There are many things that I will not do in a video game if it asks me to. If it's very grindy or if it requires perfection, it's not something I'm willing to expend a whole lot of time doing. Oh, wow, that was a fucking dirty trick shot. I guess now Lololo has some more defense to him, but like, wow. Fucking just decimates me with the surprise Gordo. No, Kirby? Okay. How do I guess I just hold it and then have to hit him. Okay, that's probably the most consistent. Kirby, turn around! I'm holding the right... the other button. That's another thing with Kirby's very long, like, when he's, like, doing his inflation animation. That doesn't sound right. He can't turn around until he's completely done with the animation. So, like, for someone used to more, like, Superstars control, like me, it's kind of like, well, I can't turn around on a dime. Okay, are you gonna appear, do this, and now fire. Okay. Only one life lost to Lololo. Yeah, I'd follow I'd follow Proto's advice there. It sounds like a bad idea. Get rid of this thing, so it's not bothering me. Faithful and be feasible, unlike Wolf 2 Mein Leben. Yeah, no, like, definitely looking at, like, new Colossuses, like, you know, beat this, all in one run. By the way, you're taking, like, triple damage the entire time. It's like, no, that's a heavy fuck that. There are many achievements I would say is just completely not worth my time, but... Hey, if that's the thing you want to try to do, go for it. Lilo's pissed because Kirby took his place as the HAL mascot. Yeah, you know. Turns out that a block pushing game wasn't very, you know, interesting to consumers. However, a game where you eat shit is a pink blob. Now, sign me and the rest of America and Japan right up. And I guess the rest of the world, too. You know, if we're including the Europeans. Okay, well, that was, getting sandwiched in between these bastards. That sucked. Okay, and now I cannot suck things in front of them because they do have enough time to hit me. Kirby, don't get stuck like this, come on. Kirby! Oh, his controls are so weird in this game. Okay. Also, given the fact that I'm playing with an analog stick because I'm a jackass, any slight tap that makes me press up is going to make me, inhale. And Kirby did not turn around. Fuck. And I don't even have my, my D-pad bound, so that's not an option. Yeah, no, of course, Spring Breeze and the Return of the King are a little bit more my speed. I'm a Superstar Ultra player, not used to the Game Boy. Who the hell plays a Game Boy game with an analog stick? Me! That's who! I was born with the analog stick, raised by it. By the time I stopped having an analog stick, I had already become a man and played PC gaming with a mouse and keyboard. Now, why am I not playing this with mouse and keyboard? Also a good question. Don't question me. Not in this aspect, anyways. Alright. I've become first person to ever have to lock the fuck in to defeat Lololo and La La La, but, you know, it was worth it in the end. Why would I not map my D-pad at my eye? I don't know. Look, I'm the only person in the world that just does not like using the D-pad at all. I find it awkward, and it's in a very awkward place for me to use my thumbs. Like, I don't like having my, like, on almost any controller that has an analog stick as well, you have to, like, hold your thumb, like, lower on the thing to actually, like, press the buttons, and I just don't like that. If I was on, like, an actual NES or Game Boy, then, like, sure, I would be using the D-pad just fine. But, like, I don't like the ergonomics of where the D-pad is on a regular, like, Xbox controller. I guess on a PlayStation controller, it's also fine. But yeah, on an Xbox controller, it's like I don't like the position that my thumb would have to be in order to play video game. So I simply just get along with analog stick, and it's a fun part of the challenge. There we go, I finally used the mic ability correctly. Claims to have been born with the analog stick, also a Mega Man fan. No, remember, my first, some of my first exposures to Mega Man, well, okay, I guess the first time I played it, I was on the Wii Virtual Console, so, ow. So I was using, D-pad then, but I also really was not very good at, Mega Man on the Virtual Console. Once I got to the Anniversary Collection and started playing with the GameCube controller, all of a sudden I was actually able to play more Mega Man games and played them pretty well. I had to give you my USB SNES controller specifically to force me to play with D-pad. Yeah, but, like, you'd also then have to take away, like, the controllers that I do use on a regular basis in order to force me to do with D-pad then. And so, like, I don't think, you know, unless you really break in and just, like, steal all my shit, it's gonna happen. Your first experience with Mega Man was worse? Tell me more. Ow. I did not mean to be holding up there. And cool, Gordo. Alright, I'm getting the feeling that extra mode might take a second attempt, because this is not going very well. Kirby, would you please face the direction I'm holding? Right, maybe that one-up respawns? Maybe. I'm on fucking copium right here, right now. I really need the one-up to respawn, dude. Force me to eat all of my analog controllers live on stream. Oh god, no, he's really trying to make the Crashberry real. Ow. Yeah, even wandering into that guy does almost all of my health. Nothing over here. Alright, I should break more of the blocks this time before I try heading into them. Christmas present where Santa gives you an SNES controller but takes away all of your other analog controllers. That's not much of a present at all. I'd say that's kind of a punishment if you actually ask me. What did I ever do to deserve such a thing? Just play with an analog controller? Use a suboptimal setup? Ha. Suboptimality is the name of my game. After all, I don't play the X games in like a, you know, an optimal order. I just play them in whatever fucking order I choose. Awful mobile ports of of Mega Man 2 and X1. Oh yeah, I remember you definitely talking about playing the mobile ports. That's just a miserable way to experience Mega Man. Okay, not really sure how I was supposed to not get shot by the cannon there, but I guess maybe Kirby moves a little bit faster if he's not in the air. Yeah, I'll sacrifice that for a little bit of health. Avatar desync shows that. Thanks. I feel self-conscious about that now. I guess I'm gonna have to go and purchase a, I'm gonna have to go purchase some kind of midlife crisis machine in order to compensate for that. Man, that cannon's going fucking crazy, dude. My optimization's a deep dive excavator. I don't do things optimally. I do things my way. Whatever ends up feeling comfortable to me is what I do. Even if it ends up being a pain in my own ass, I get in my own way in order to not spite myself. Ah, okay, Kubu is way fucking faster. Much more interesting boss fight, but if you just happen to be in the wrong position, then you don't really have a hope in the world. Okay, well, managed to finish that, just barely. Oh god, Defective's here. Everybody hide. Everybody run. He's insisting that this is Mega Man somehow. And Weirdo Casalolo. Well, it's funny you were mentioning that when we were doing the normal run of the game. Everybody was like, "Yeah, I kind of see why this level was deleted because it's kind of shit." And I'm like, I mean, I kind of get it. It's maybe a little bit of a drag of a level, but I don't think it was necessarily that bad. It was just kind of weirdly cramped. Design was somewhat odd. It wasn't so terrible. I think it needed to be deleted, but you know. Hey, you know, if that's what Sakurai decided, then who are we to judge? How defective is Mega Man Legends 3? Oh, that's good. Keep telling him that. Defective, didn't you know this is Mega Man, this is actually the obscure Game Boy Mega Man game, Paradise, Mega Man Paradise. You know, Dr. Wily just decided it was time to transform Mega Man into a very cute little creature, no longer robotic, so that way he could be more easily defeated by, like, getting shot at. Ow. Okay, so their boomerangs don't go away just because I've inhaled them. Good to know, they are not like Superstar behavior. Obscura 33. No, this unfortunately didn't win very many awards. Wow, extra mode is actually a hell of a lot harder. I don't think I would actually, I revised my statement earlier on your offer there, Carmine/Pink. I don't think I would do this for any amount of money on 1 HP only. It sounds like a pretty terrible idea. Okay, where is this jackass going? Moving depending on where I am. There we go. Sixth Mega Man world, the power I got from Vorman. Yeah, it's true. Vorman's power is pretty good. I mean, you can one-shot anything. It's got infinite ammo. It kind of really gives Metal Blade a run for its money when you think about it. I think taking the little secret route here was faster. I don't know if it had health, but... Oh wait, yes it did. Wait, no it didn't. Oh wait, yes it did, yes. Good. Health that I very desperately needed. And of course I can't get to use any of that versus Kracko Jr. Oh, fucking right, I forgot. The Kracko Jr. uses... This is where Kracko Jr. and Superstar gets his AI from. Oh shit, oh, I'm doomed. I'm terrible at this fight with Kirby Superstar controls. I'm not gonna be able to fucking do this with Kirby Game Boy controls. Okay, this is a problem. This is a big problem. Okay, I can maybe just hang out here for a little bit while I try to get a plan of attack going. I see the pattern. I know it. I don't know what I have to, like, do to, like, not get obliterated by it, though. Because he definitely does actually cover the bottom left corner in this iteration. And I really, really don't want to restart extra mode like a chump. No, Kirby didn't actually turn around quickly enough in order to make that happen. And, okay, and Kirby does not fall fast enough in order to actually suck up one of those bombs. How do you do this, then? Well, I'm just dead. Right. Oh no, he actually still can't hit you in the corner here, huh? Is there any way to just barely turn around? Is my hitbox bigger? Okay, no. Oh, yes it is. Okay, cool. Fucking dead. Alright, continue. I was worried there wasn't a continue feature. It just had to be a complete restart. Yeah, I get the pattern. I just don't understand the execution on it really at all. I guess I can still hide in the left corner for basically everything except for until I inhale a bomb. I can no longer do that in the left corner. I have to actually release the bomb. Yeah, I mean, I do have a little bit of assistance there, Proto, with, like, knowing where all the secret shit is, just from, you know, years of, the internet existing. Oh my god, the umbrellas are so fucking annoying on extra mode. I do not like extra mode, I can tell you that much, just because of how Kirby controls. It's not a fun experience as a result. I will never actually get used to how floaty Kirby feels. Well, looks like we're going into fucking Kracko Jr. with half health again, so, yeah, I'm not... Outlook's probably not looking too bright. Yeah, no, this iteration of Kracko Jr. sucked even on Kirby Superstar when you actually have, like, copy ability. This is gonna be a miserable fight. I don't know. I'm trying to think back to playing Kirby Superstar Ultra when, like, what was the actual worst thing I had to do in that game? Was it doing helper to hero with certain helpers that I just absolutely hated, like trying to do things with wing ability only? Or was it, was just getting completely, gated by Kracko Jr. for the first time worse? Okay. Okay, wait a minute. This is not that bad. He says. I just have to get a very precisely timed shot in on Kracko. And not inhale and not breathe in. I don't think helper to hero with wheelie was actually that bad for me. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just completely talking out of my ass and I don't remember what the playthrough was like, but I mean, obviously I know wheelie has the certain drawback of having to be that close range. But alright, well, I don't know how the fuck I managed to actually hit Kracko the first time, because now I can't hit him again. Okay, I had to step forward, that's it. I have to give it a little bit of... I have to give my space a little bit of oomph, so that way, there we go. Okay. Problem solved. Okay. next part of the game. Gordo's taking on a very weird pattern. Oh, one that follows me. Fun. Alright, well, we'll just do things this way. Helper to Hero with tack took me forever and a fucking day to do. I hated doing that shit. He just did such horrendous damage the entire time. But I do distinctly remember even more having an even greater disgust of doing it with Wing. I did not like Wing. I don't know why. Everybody else really seems to really love Wing. But, like, I cannot get used to it. I just think it controls poorly and does very little damage outside of, like, the shuttle loop attack. And the shuttle loop attack is good, but that requires, you know, requires you to, like, grab a star. Okay, thanks, Kirby, for not registering an up there, an up input there. Another ability that I never really got either, or, you know, another ability I never really understood the fascination with either was Fighter. Like, it was fine as an ability, but it was, like, not, like, I don't know. Everybody I ever watched play the game seemed to, like, treat Fighter as, like, a godly ability that was, like, super fun to use. It was extra cool and shit, and I'm like, this is not that good. Like, it's fine, but it's not, like, that good. Oh, please, I need that tomato. Thank you. I need that one up, too. Don't care if I miss any others. I don't want to get hit. Okay, in. There we go. Okay, hello, Kracko. Okay, no, Kracko actually does shit in this version. What is his pattern again? I do not remember it. Charges left corner. Drops bombs. Okay, so he'll charge one of the corners, probably where you are, drop bombs, and then and do a beam attack. You do one of three. Can you do 2 dives in a row? Doesn't seem like it. So I can drop down here in case of bombs. Okay, but now it's not safe. He could do another charge attack. Yeah, because his pattern's slightly a little bit random here, it seems. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe it's fixed. Okay, this is not that hard. It is kind of funny that both iterations of Kracko in Extra Mode are taken out with the same strategy of you should hug... Actually, no, you don't. I mean, the upper left corner is safe for both fights, I think is what my brain was trying to say there. Come on, one more bomb drop. And there we go. On to the last stage. Yeah, even from the very beginning, Kirby is like, okay, well, you can beat it. It's no problem. But, like, do you want to get everything? Do you want to try your best and get everything in the game? Then, yeah, it's, oh, man. Evidence of thinking base might be in dual override. I think I heard somebody else speculating about that as well. I don't quite remember what the evidence actually was. I don't think I found it particularly compelling evidence, but, you know, Mega Man fans will take anything. I'm still of the same opinion where it would be fun to get base and Proto Man as playable characters. I do not find it necessary for to really enjoy a new Mega Man game. Most Mega Man games only have one playable character anyhow. 9 and 10 can be the exceptions if they want to be. Okay. Go for crazy fucking Kabula again. And then we'll see if I can just barely eke out a victory. Probably not. Nope. I didn't do that. I did not dodge very well there. Oh yeah, I guess the 2 Mega Man and Bass games as well. Yes, you can play as non-Mega Man in those 2 games. How easy it is to forget about them, given that Capcom has also forgotten about them. Your friend said base.exe is English VA, said to keep your eyes out for something big. You know, it could be cool, but... I'm not counting on it, though. How did I do this the first time? How did I do this the first time? What the hell? Okay, there we go. I guess that's exactly how I did it the first time. Barely. Cool to have a Mega Man and Bass fight. It's been too long. Okay, that would actually be pretty cool, yeah. I think it maybe is a little bit overdue for Mega Man and Bass to actually fight. Like, I would prefer having Bass as a fightable boss battle rather than as a character to play as, because yeah, it is kind of strange that we have not actually had the 2 fight for a while, given that Bass is, you know, supposed to be loyal to Dr. Wily. And supposed to be kind of doing shit for him. Both could be a thing, yeah. They're definitely not mutually exclusive. I'm not saying that only one could happen over the other, and I'm only going to be happy if I see only one. But I'm saying if we only end up getting one design philosophy winning, I would prefer the one where it's like I just find Bass as a fightable boss. Wispy Wood's actually putting up a fight again. Oh, no, please! Okay. Gordos just get to drop on my head. At least now I realize I can just stand there as a safe spot. Okay. There we go. Wispy Wood's down. Get out of the way before that skull can chase after me. Get through Lololo and Lalala's extremely short castle. Gordos are falling from the sky. New Kirby Air Riders event. I don't know. Anybody actually play Kirby Air Riders? Since I don't have modern consoles, I've never actually given it a shot. I have not been able to give it a shot, but I hear people think it's pretty hype, so that's good. Come on. Kirby controls like he is Kirby controls like he has like 4 liters of light air inside of him at all times, which he only has that in him about like half of the time. There we go. Tagged him. Build the Air Rider. Ride on Chef Kawasaki in a bikini. Get sued by Nintendo. for violating their copyright with the thing that they gave you, with the tool they gave you to violate their copyright with. At least nobody's drowning in, you know, shit, there isn't a city I can name, and nobody's drowning in the Forgotten City. Ow. Alright, whee! Down the center column again. Nothing can hit me here. Oh god, okay. Time to fight Kracko Jr. again. Or actually just Kracko Sr. That's right, okay. Corner is not safe if he beams. Jump back up, go over here, wait for him to come back down. Thank God they don't make me fight Kracko Jr. again. That fight actually requires much greater extent of execution. Although I could still fuck things up pretty badly. I only have to screw up one more time. Okay, cool. He's just big enough for that to be a problem. Okay, so nobody's played new Air Riders then, it seems. Fair enough. Yeah, he screwed up one more time, Crash said something, and therefore it happened to him. You know the deal. You know how it goes around here. Can't have shit once I actually speak about it. Okay, that's... okay, that's actually fucking really mean. Somehow that didn't manage to get me before, but now I realize where it's like, okay, well, if you now try to anticipate the charge attack after he does a beam attack, then you're going to get hit by him moving in the bomb attack. So you actually have to react to whether or not he's going to do bombs or he's going to do a charge. Just somehow never managed to come up before. Well, now I know what I'm up against, at least. There we go. Was that so hard, Crash? Kracko Jr. twice at once. The Kracko twins. The game would never recover from that. Speaking of recovering, hello, DeDeDe. It's time to fight you, but faster. Which I hear is actually a very intimidating fight. Oh my god, it is so much more intimidating. Holy shit. You can also just jump off screen, too. Cool. Awful. Oh my god. Okay. One hit. Very fast jumping. Very far jumping as well. And can just combo an infinite number of them together. Okay. Alright, well, let's see where the continue point is. I have a feeling it's before the bosses, so I have to do all of it again. Oh, good. No, it is just infinite tries against DeDeDe. Good. Alright, so we're not going to be here literally all night, and I will actually be playing Kirby Pinball tonight. I'm not a complete liar. Gonna have to master these sloppy fucking controls. I didn't want to have... Of all the things to master, I did not want to master these controls. It is sloppy controls. It's not just the analog stick. It is the fact that you're very, very floaty in this game. You cannot turn around very quickly. You have, like... You get locked into animations. Kirby just has very slow frame data in this game. Yeah, I could not activate flight mode, but, like, I'm only just barely get enough height to actually jump over DeDeDe, so, like, I don't think it's a very good idea. Okay, and he didn't jump that second time that time. Weird. Okay, so he only jumps a couple times sometimes. I guess if he just majorly overshoots you, then he'll jump again, but if he doesn't, then he'll just do it the once. Oh, come on. He didn't even actually touch me there. And then Kirby swallowed his thing and for no reason. Son of a bitch. The lightest tap of the up button makes me inhale. I think I also just don't like that. The fact that, like... I guess that is kind of a feature of all Kirby games, isn't it? Where if you actually end up tapping up, you will start flying. Because I never controlled Kirby that way when I have played other Kirby games. I only ever used, like, the jump button to actually start flying. Much in the same way that I never got used to being able to play Smash by, like, trying to tap the stick up the jump. I hated doing that. That's why I never could actually become good at Smash. I was always using, like, the X or Y buttons to jump still. Because just tapping up to do a jump, or, you know, any kind of jumping type movement feels extremely unnatural to me. I mean, the stars do deal damage as well, if you touch them. I just thought they had, like, a expiration timer on them. It felt like they did before. Kirby, please. Do the things I'm asking of you. Turn around when I want you to. No, don't do that. That's why sometimes he just doesn't stop when I hit him. If he already does his dive attack, then he's not stopping on being hit. Kirby, I pressed the A button like 5 times there. Why did you not jump? Yeah, the 1,000... My 1,000-yard stare doesn't... maybe... At least you find it funny. To me, I find it... I'm insecure about it. I do not like the fact that I'm confined to being a PNG. I feel very inadequate as a streamer and entertainer for it. So I need to get my model done as soon as possible. No, it's fine. I mean, hey, like I said, I'm glad that you like it, and that, I mean, y'all will stick around, obviously, despite that, so... It's not as big of a deal as I seem to think it is, but in my mind, it's, like, kind of, you know... I don't know. Kirby, why don't you turn quickly in this game? You're so slow! Yeah, I know PNG tubers are out there and people find them good. I don't know. I personally, I don't find it very visually compelling. I don't really watch other PNG tubers in my spare time. Not like you're gonna be staring at them most of the time, but like, I don't know, it doesn't feel very animated. I'd rather have nothing there than a PNG taking up space, but I don't know. Y'all are built different, so I'm glad for that. Kirby, please, I'm holding right. Please go right. Grim, I swear to God, the controls in this game are awful. It's not me being stupid. Ugh. I don't know. Genuinely, I think the controls in this game are just, they're not responsive. I mean, they're Kirby's first outing. Of course the controls are not great. Like, you just don't get that instant feedback like you do in later Kirby games, or you get too much feedback in other areas. Fuck it, just kill me now. Yeah, I'm not taking that deal, there, Pink. I don't need $750 that badly. I make a good salary at my job. I don't need to sell my soul for, or sell minutes off of my life to play this, to play a harder version of this game. Kirby also has some permanent momentum to him. It's kind of got that Mega Man 1 physics. Shouldn't have gotten greedy there. Shouldn't have tried to get another hit in. But how could I not? I want to get the fight done fast. Well, funny you mentioned taxes. I have actually started considering of like, what do I do for taxes given that I've paid both Dirt Milk and Grim money to make art for me. Do I have to consider that in my taxes? And the answer seems to be a little bit, but that this maybe is not this is declaratively still a hobby, because I have not made any money off of it, nor have I tried to make money off of it. I don't have, like, say, YouTube ad revenue as an option yet, so I don't have to treat this like a business. Yeah, I did actually hear back from your tax guy, actually, Grim. I had a lot of anxiety before starting this stream, because I'm like, oh, this is a stream of tax information I have to keep in my head now. And I'm going to sort all this out, also have to sort out what my tax laws are for my state as well. Fuck, this is a lot. Maybe I actually should just properly hire somebody. Yes, I mean, well, every VTuber expressly wants to have a business PayPal, so that way they don't have to reveal their name to anybody. So, clearly, this is not untreaded territory for everybody. It's untrod territory for me, though. And I don't know where streamers and VTubers get their fucking tax guidance from. Just kill me. It's not working. Fuck this life. It's not working. I am mentally giving up now, actually. I feel defeated now at this point. I'm wrestling with controls that I don't like. I now see why any other playthrough I've ever seen of this game requires people to, like, lock the fuck in for this fight. Okay, cool. What was I supposed to do there? If I went all the way to the top, he could have jumped, and then he would have killed me. And then if I went nowhere, I'm holding left and right so much when I'm... but he's not moving left and right because he's too busy inhaling things. And the stars can block shots, just... Yeah, deadass rebound to keyboard. It's not happening, though. I'm doing things my way. And if the game's not suited for the my way, then the game be damned. I have actually seen people attempt to play this game where it has been like, yeah, it is a legitimate, like, 50 attempts against DeDeDe until you get just the one where you win. DeDeDe tends to just win all the time in extra mode. What do I do there? If I stood in the corner, I'd be getting hit next. If I didn't stand in the corner, I'd be getting hit next. Yeah, there's no good option there. Not fast enough to fly over DeDeDe. My control scheme is reasonable. I disagree with the idea that using an analog stick is completely unreasonable. It is definitely not the best, but it is also not unreasonable. It's not Bongo's level unreasonable. It's not me playing with a DDR pad levels of unreasonable. It's not me playing with, like, a Guitar Hero guitar levels of unreasonable. Just kill me again. I don't feel like trying. Nope. Mm-mm. Holy shit, I found the perfect angle where he didn't actually just jump at me. Go. Okay, don't know how the hammer face threw me there, but I'll take it. Ow. Kirby? Kirby, stop! No, stop, Kirby! Kirby, stop inhaling when I don't want you to. Like there. There we go. Fuck. God. The fight against Kirby, like, jumping at right angles, like, most of the time. I don't know if you noticed that. Like, half the time I deflate in this game. Like, you move at, like, a perfect horizontal line. It's very annoying when you want to have gravity. Ugh. Fuck. Yeah, anyways, more inflation time over on Kirby's Pinball Land. Thankfully, I've seen the long play for Kirby's Pinball Land is very short, so it probably should not be a very long game. Just something to dick around with for a little bit. Yeah, I beat the baby game. It's amazing. I can't believe it finally happened. Kirby Extra Mode is legitimately hard. This is a tough one. They gave you the baby Goo Goo Gaga normal mode, and then they give you like the okay, here's a little bit of hair on your chest. It's at the very least a teenage game. But no, I maintain this game's controls are very awkward on its own. Yes, I probably would have had less fucking accidental, you know, Kirby breathe in, float kind of moments. But like, if I had just used the D-pad, but I'm not used to using a D-pad. I would probably also have issues doing that just from, like, having to reconfigure my brain. There we go. Kirby, say goodbye to everybody. Exactly, I can rest with my internal morality intact. I can say that I've done this with an analog stick. I did what I know how to do best. Bert. Not enough for one more letter? No space for one more letter to that guy's name? Happy Rose Sr. Oh, Wispy Woods. Okay, so I am actually a little surprised to see that there are actually... The names of all the characters are actually still this intact this early. They're basically all the same. They didn't get changed later for some reason. That tends to happen with games as well. Although, you know, Kabula gets changed to a U later on, but that's a minor change. Kukler. That's a funny name. Whizzer and Peezer. They almost have Weezer, but they couldn't get the licensing for that quite yet. But once Weezer makes a Pink album, oh, you know there'll be a crossover. There's Koozer as well. That's kind of related. Sculler. Alright, that one didn't really get creative name. Or Mr. P. Umpkin. He's causing Dreamland's housing market to inflate. King DeDeDe gets lowercase letters in the credits. He's that special. You're our hero. Press down B and select on the screen for the config mode and more fun. I'll look at what that is for a second, although I'm pretty sure it's probably what the option for what Pink was suggesting there. You could probably start with no health if you wanted to. And DeDeDe is going to Kwai now. Because he lost once against, like, my 15 times that he got me. Down B and select, huh? Alright. Give that a go. And then I'll take a break and we'll get on to Kirby's Pinball Land. Okay, yep, so that's... You can set how much health you start with. You can set how many lives you start with. Oh, and the sound test. That's fun. Here, let's leave you with... No, you heard that one enough. Here, I'll leave you with the spicy curry theme / Kabula's theme while I be right back. And we'll start, but before doing Kirby Spinball Land, we'll start by watching the English advertisements for the game because they're funny, and then we can get into the actual game itself. All right, one moment. Alright, I'm back from the pisser. Are y'all ready to watch some very 90s commercials that really remind you of an earlier era? Because I sure am. Let's close the emulation here for a moment. Then we can bring this over to the main screen. Then I can go back to the actual stream layout. All right. So I wanted to show two commercials. One, we'll start off with the British commercial because it's less interesting, but it's still kind of a very odd, like something that I could rip on and I just wanted to show for a little bit. And then we'll show the American commercial, which, oh my god, is so disgustingly 90s. It's not even funny. So yeah, let's watch a little bit, shall we? Oh wait, hold on. The audio's not there. There we go. Enable that. Oh, the video's not there either. Hold on. There we go. It probably doesn't fit perfectly within the borders, but it'll do. Yeah, I don't know what the hell. I mangled this this capture, but screw it. It'll do. It'll do. All right. So the United Kingdom commercial for Kirby Pinball Land.
Alright, so later in the show we're going to be meeting someone vaguely interesting, but first, here's a big fat balloon-like creature. The kids think he's great, but I have never heard of him. Kirby! So, Kirby, you've become a big star because of this.
The fabulous multi-level platform game based on your life, Kirby's Dreamland from Nintendo.
Oh wait, no, this is a Kirby's Dreamland one. Oh, and then,
Kirby's
okay,
Pinball Land on Game Boy.
So, Kirby, is it true that if you don't like someone, you swallow them, spit them out, and destroy them? This is pot of lunch, Mr. Kirby. You vast pink globule.
The Kirby series, introducing Inflatable Nintendo.
So I don't really, I don't get that commercial whatsoever. There is, like, you have just the dickish TV host who's just like, man, fuck this Kirby guy. I've never heard of him. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like that's how any TV host would do if they actually had a guest. Like, they would definitely at least be, like, pretending to care about the guest to, like, actually, you know, sell whatever the guest product was. The guest's agent paid good money to get them on this show. Then it was also just this complete flash of like, yeah, there's sort of pinball here, and then it's also like, so yeah, you gonna eat people if you hate them? Oh wait, shit, you hate me? Well, what's that? Like, yeah, it's a valid crash out from Kirby. Like, just though this whole fucking commercial does not make any sense to me. Like, it even looks like it's supposed to be, this guy is supposed to be like a, you know, an interviewer for kids program, and it's just like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna have Kirby on, and then I'm gonna insult him to his face. Then I'm gonna be like, oh wait, he's going to eat me, holy shit. Also, sacrificing a fat guy, insulting him, then running off. Like, I don't know what the fucking flow is supposed to be. There's no sense of pacing in this whatsoever. Oh yeah, and then the Kirby's Adventure Cloak with no gameplay and just the box at the end. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, they just said, oh, well, we're advertising these two games. Also Kirby's Adventure, I guess? I don't know, fuck it. Like, I don't know. The target audience for this doesn't make sense. The pacing is awful on this commercial. I don't know. I detest this commercial strongly. Now we'll go to the United States Kirby Pinball Land, which I detest strongly in a different way, but I'll just let this play out because some of y'all might find this just very... It's very funny, at least. At the very least, I can sit back and laugh at this. The British one just leaves me confused.
Some play games that go... and some play games that go... Well, now there's Nintendo's new... pinball video game called Kirby's Pinball Land. And Kirby's... all over the place. All you do is keep Kirby as long as you can. Get Nintendo's new Kirby's Pinball Land for Game Boy, and we'll bet you won't go.
Yeah, I know. What did they do to my boy? My poor boy in his very weird clay modeling. They absolutely... And then they also, like, threw him up against the ropes. They absolutely destroyed his ass. Oh my god. I feel like it was... This is very much in that era of, like, nobody knows how to market video games to children era because they're this whole completely newfangled thing that has never existed before. And so it's like, how do we do, fellow kids? Let's just make it so there's a lot of, like, random people going bing, bong, bing, and then bzz, with, like, no synchronization to anything whatsoever. And just like, if we just make noises that's found in the arcade games, kids will surely enjoy this commercial and will want to purchase product. But like, it just keeps darting back and forth with like it's just nonsense. Also, whatever the fuck this sequence was.
Pinball video game.
I don't know what that was supposed to be. Like, that's supposed to be, oh, this is radical because it's making all these sounds. But, like, the sounds are in sync with nothing. They're in sync with nothing. They aren't in sync with, like, the only thing that's in sync is, like, the actual pinball noises being made for when, like, the letters appear. All of the other noises that, like, the kids' actors are making don't sync up with anything. It's terrible.
Pinball video game.
It baffles me. Again, I feel like it was the guy from the I feel like it was this guy from the UK advertisement that was the director for this advertisement. It was just so completely detached from like what is appealing in any way possible. Ugh. Animated like a Smiling Friends character. I mean, maybe.
Get Nintendo's new Kirby Spinball Land for Game Boy, and we'll bet you won't go.
I guess he kind of is. Though that wouldn't have been my first thought. At the very least, this one has more of a direction of like, okay, yeah, we're just trying to like sell pinball to kids who like actually play pinball in the arcade, in the arcades of the day. But like, good God, it really doesn't actually translate very well. Ugh. But yeah, once I saw this commercial and how they massacred poor Kirby and what they made him look like, and giving them faces like this. This is a face of Kirby getting hit in the dick. We can all agree on that one. I had to use this for the thumbnail in some form. Okay, enough showing off advertisements. Let's close that. Dios mio, indeedo. Alright, now I can actually show off Kirby's Pinball Land. Although before I can actually show off Kirby's Pinball Land, I need to completely redo my control scheme again. Can the game not pause? Alright, well, you get to look at the intro sequence while I get to redo my control scheme. So, as mentioned, yeah, this game has a absolutely baffling control scheme where you are normally using left and A or left and B. Yeah, it's left and B to like flip the left and right flippers respectively, and then up and A end up being like the tilt controls to tilt the board. Oh, that's cool. The game's just starting without me. I didn't press any buttons and the game is just starting without me. Oh no, that's just the demo. Okay, I'm an idiot. I thought for a second, like, I accidentally, like, pressed the start button, and it, like, raised the flippers when I started doing stuff on my controller. I was so confused. Okay. Alright, so I did... This was my mapping here. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. Which button was this? Up button. No. No. Is it A? Oh, that's right. Okay. So I have things rebound instead on my Xbox controller to be more like, tilting in up left is on my X button, so my left face button. Tilting up right is my right face button. And then actually using the flippers is left and right bumpers, respectively. Okay. Yeah, that has to, those are my bindings then. Okay. Does that actually show if I put it into the window? No, you can't actually see my thing. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, no, these are like just these are miserable controls to have not just completely rebound. So yeah, otherwise it's like up is being currently bound to up in game is currently bound to X. Left in game is currently bound to B. Or no. Up is currently... Wait, is that right? Yeah, no. Up is currently bound to X. Left is currently bound to B. And then A and B are actually bound to my left and right controllers. That's actually... Wait, nope, that's wrong. I signed that incorrectly. God damn it. Okay. This is the worst game I've ever had to assign controls for. A is button 10, and then B is button 2. Right? Okay. Okay, yeah, so... Up is B, left is left bumper, A is right bumper, and now B is X. It's terrible. I can't believe that this is what I have to do in order to actually functionally play this game. But hey, thankfully for all of you, I'm pretty sure that the analog stick would do nothing, so I don't need to move, and so therefore I can actually just kind of use buttons entirely. Okay, here we go. So I have never played Pinball Land. I think I've seen maybe a little bit of gameplay of it before. But I don't think I've ever actually seen anybody beat the game. So, here's hoping this is a little bit easier than Sonic Spinball. And if there's an extra mode that's meant to be harder, then I don't think we got time for that today. Oh, that's right. And I'm already in the gutter. Cool, because I forgot what my A button is supposed to be. I could make this a one-handed game. Welcome, Super Nerd. But, frankly, I think that's maybe more awkward. Which button's my A button? It's my right bumper. God. What is up with this game and its control scheme? But yes, if I had a nickel for every time Crash Icarus played a pinball game poorly on stream, I'd have 2 nickels. Isn't often, but it's crazy that it's happened twice so far. Oh good, I actually did manage to get all the way back up here, and had no hope of... no hope of recovering. I guess maybe I should have made more use of the tilting of the machine, but I'm not used to doing something like that. Yeah, on a Tuesday, no less. Yeah, I have to get used to the fact that if I want to tilt anything, that if I really want to significantly move, I actually have to use the tilt feature. Alright, yeah, Kirby could just get stuck like that. Infinite points. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Too slow. Didn't react on the tilt on time. Yeah, I get the feeling I'm probably not going to be playing this for very long. Oh, yay! I actually get to be sent up to the correct screen. Let's go. Maybe I can actually move on from this board if I crack the eggs open. Bastard. I'm getting surprising mileage out of my last ball here. Let's see how long that lasts. Oh, wait, there we go. Ooh, big tomato, I'll take that. Happens in other pinball games. Yeah, I don't know, you just tend to lock in on the last one, I guess. It doesn't help that I probably chose the most difficult board first on accident. I ended up wandering myself all the way over to the Poppy Bros board when I probably should have tried to get into the Wispy board. Alright. Do I get anything for staying on this screen? Oh my god, there's so much happening! What the fuck? Oh, no, there was nothing to that? It was just a high score kind of situation? Huh. Weird. I thought there was actually, like, a proper ending to this game. Is there a proper ending to this game? Can anybody confirm or deny that? Maybe I guess there is like a Warp Star board lower, huh? Maybe that is actually something I should probably do. Oh yeah, or I could actually try to do something here instead of just get completely paralyzed. There we go. Speak of the devil. Hello, Poppy Brothers. Oh god, they're screen wrapping. That's weird. I have never seen a pinball game screen wrap before. Oh, and he can just bomb you to freeze you in place. That's real nice of him. Alright, well, the boss poses a threat. Has anyone else ever played Kirby's Pinball before? Definitely kind of a random little title. If there's any aficionados in chat, please feel free to profess your love for the game. I think I might have earned an extra ball somewhere along the way. I actually see there's like an, you know, times 01 there in the corner. And didn't get a chance to hit that. Damn it. In an awkward position. I'm trying to think of anything else to talk about. I'm really just completely out of things to say. Even my job has been boring as hell lately. All I've been doing this entire week has just been doing some like chemical inventory sorting for the labs that I work with. And it's just been a mind-numbing process of going off and out of government websites for information on like the safety of chemicals and just filling that information in. It's a mind-numbing process that, I mean, honestly, it's good that I'm not exactly working hard for my last week at work before my vacation, but it's also just like, oh my god, my brain is like dying at work, and I have absolutely nothing interesting to say about what I've been doing lately either. I'm just entirely waiting on my vacation so that way I can just get stuff done and feel normal again for a little while. Kirby, a stronger franchise that had more meta-narratives. Let's discuss. You know how I feel about meta-narratives and alternate reality games. It's not exactly my thing. So I would beg to differ, in fact. Don't think Kirby needs broader meta-narratives. Meta Knight does himself have a narrative, but I don't think his narrative is necessarily meta in any way. Other than, you know, the fun word puns. I played two Pinball's the default one on Windows XP and Pokemon Pinball. I used to play a lot of fucking Elf Pinball when I was a kid. I would be stuck at one of my relatives' houses that just had, like, no real internet connection. It was like dial-up, if anything. There might not have even been internet connection. So, like, it was just, that was the way I had to spend my time while mom, you know, talked to the relative. And I spent my time confined there as a child with no free will of my own. Or no, it wasn't Elf Pinball. It was Space Cadet. What am I talking about? I got that confused with Elf Bowling, actually. Elf Bowling was the other thing I spent an inordinate amount of time on there. Aw, Kirby, you had the opportunity to get to the Warp Star there. It's true. He is, Meta Knight is the meta for Brawl. He was a big part of the narrative in that game as well, so... I guess that Brawl did have a meta-narrative, then. I mean, shit, it also had a meta-narrative of people being... characters being turned into trophies, so... Ooh, yay, thank you, Blooper. Or whatever the hell the thing's name is. I already forgot. I just saw the credit screen from the previous game and completely forgot. Also, what the fuck are the Poppy Bros Jr. really doing here? Like, they're just kind of being assholes. They're blowing up eggs. They're blowing up children for some reason. They just think this is a fun thing to do on a Tuesday evening. Blowing up kids. I'm never gonna see Poppy Brothers Senior again, am I? Technically, all the Smash games have a meta-narrative. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. It is fun that the game is framed through the whole lens of, well, this is actually probably just, you know, what would happen if you actually really got to have your favorite Nintendo characters coming back to life. All the little fun trophies and shit that you own. Poppy Brothers blowing up children. Game theory. Poppy Brothers dinosaur mains in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. Got nothing else better to do than to just sacrifice smaller dinosaurs in order to, you know, get what they need. Children are just pawns in a game to them. And that game is Kirby's Pinball Land. Kirby, please. I want another chance at the chickens. Ah! Ah! Now we're all the way back down here. I mean, I guess this is another way to get a Warp Star. Though it's also a much riskier one. And I fucked it up. Okay, well, all that time wasted. The idea that Master Hand specifically is Sakurai's right hand. I mean, you know, it could kind of extend in the same sort of direction. Sakurai as a child playing around with shit. I guess maybe he's the master of the game, you know, your game. Ah! A. We'll just name myself A. It wasn't very good. Oh, okay, well, I guess I'm going to the Poppy Brothers board again. Not a whole lot of control on that screen. Gotta say, I'm really not digging the whole pinball thing right now. Alright, well, it seems like if I hit the little guy, then that actually gets me Warp Star progress. Not actually hitting Mr. Frosty. Ah, but Mr. Frosty can actually toss me in the right direction. Okay. That's fun. Just aim manually if I fall in the cannon. Yeah, oh, I guess I had assumed it was automatic from the minimal testing of the game. Never actually... Like, I thought it was more like RNG rather than actual manual aiming. I guess I should probably give that a shot, then. If we ever graduate from the Poppy Brothers level. Well, not with me forgetting my buttons, we won't. You watch the demo, they showcase it. Ah, well, I did not. I did not, in fact, watch the demo. I was busy rebinding my fucking controls. It does seem kind of nice there is an opportunity for Warp Star on each screen, though. Like, even the Kirbys over here on the left have a chance of spitting one up. But you have to, like, hit them at, like, the exact time for it to happen. I will say it's also interesting, they kind of seem to have the screens, like, advance, like, half of a screen, each time you're actually trying to move upwards. Because they couldn't, like, doing just one screen at a time certainly would have been awkward. It wouldn't have really given you a very good perspective, but it does also mean that you kind of get rapid flashing. Oh, son of a bitch. It's crazy that Crash actually failed to play 2 pinball games entirely, and will not end up completing them. It's almost like I'm just bad at pinball. Ah, not the Gordo, come on. At least give me the blooper, or the squid, so I can get the hell out of here. Oh, yep, get stuck. Okay, that's half Warp Star. We're doing something. There we go. Full Warp Star spelled. Fuck me. Okay, good. I managed to get back up here, but that's all the Warp Star progress just wasted. Great. Also, you might notice it gets a little bit harder each time to do the Warp Star. Or to save yourself from the pit. That's... Okay, that music doesn't sound quite right. I don't remember it sounding like that. The idea is the higher up on the board you are, the harder it is to get the Warp Star. The lower you are, the more likely, but yeah, the more easily you're going to end up dying. Makes sense. Risk versus reward kind of thing. I guess I'm a bit of a risk-averse person, so I tend to prefer being up at the top. Alright, we get our chance again. Yeah, the music got really penisy there for a second. I'm not sure what that was all about. There we go. Oh my god, we're actually seeing Poppy Bros again. Alright, and it seems that Poppy Bros does have the ability to disable the flippers if you don't hit him repeatedly enough. That's something to watch out for. And looks like it's gonna happen again. Oh, okay, it's more of a mash to get out of it kind of situation. Still not a great one. When that happens. And back down the pit we go. Fuck me. Is it gonna reset my progress? Okay, well, at least it didn't reset my progress going down half of the screen. That would be kind of ridiculous. Seems like overestimated my abilities to complete a pinball game. Come on, might as well try and stay on this screen. Get the warp star this way. Something different. Or, yeah, you know, just go right down the gutter, too. That's fine, that works. I think once we die here, I'm just going to take a look at the other two boards. I'll showcase them, and then we could probably call it for the stream. Love another shot at Poppy Bros. It was a pretty cool looking boss, but it's not gonna get there, it seems. God damn it. Kirby, please. Actually, you know what? Honestly, whenever this life is over, I'll just end it here. I'm actually getting bored watching myself play this game. Considering I have nothing to say, I think, trying one more time to clear this board will be, good enough on its own. Version of Green Green's music keeps, fucking with you so much as it doesn't have the bass line pause during the melody jingle. It feels wrong. I don't know, I'm pretty used to actually hearing, you know, an older versions of Green Greens like this, so it doesn't really mess with me all that much. Alright, yeah, we're done with the game. You didn't plan the game very far, did you? I didn't think it would be this difficult. Like, it did not actually seem very hard, given the fact that, like, people, like, look, there's a long play video on YouTube that takes, like, 30 minutes, and people who do long plays and upload long plays tend not to have, like, perfect gameplay. I didn't think it would actually be difficult, but it turns out that pinball games just aren't for me, so. Anyways. The hell are the controls to even... Yeah, alright, sure. That arrangement of characters works. That's how I feel about playing the game. Alright, well, sorry for the disappointing end to the stream. That wasn't exactly thrilling. But, well, I guess that just goes to show Crash does not enjoy pinball. It's not his thing. So at least watching Kirby's Dreamland was fun. You got to watch me get frustrated at DeDeDe in extra mode. Anyways, we'll be back Thursday with a Chemistry React stream to send off the year. It should be more entertaining than this, because I'll definitely have more to say about it, at least. Yeah, I guess my pinball skills are completely overestimated once again. It just, I don't have them. So, just like real life. The pinball Pinball games eat my quarters faster than actual arcade games designed to eat your quarters because they have really poor balancing. If you like the video, please remember to like it. You want to share it with people. Maybe don't make them watch this part, but, you know, please do. Any other interactions is much appreciated. And I'll see you on Thursday for the final Crash Icarus stream of the year. So until then, have a good couple of nights, and I'll talk to y'all later, probably in Discord. See ya.